Hi everyone and welcome to BIM Parametrics. I'm Mohammad Shahrukh Khan and this is the second session in our series which I call as Netflix of BIM. In our last session we focused on understanding what BIM really is and just as importantly what BIM is not. Now in today I'm going to introduce ISO 19650, the international standard for managing information in BIM projects, and understand why it is needed. This session will be a short introduction only to set the foundation, and in the next session we will explore ISO 19650 in much more detail. So let's get started. As I mentioned before, BIM is not just a modeling process. It is much more than that. It is about collaboration, processes, standard, information management, and data exchange. The 3D model is only one part. The real value comes from the way information flows between people, discipline, and project stages. But here is the challenge. If every team uses its own rules for naming, sharing, and managing information, the benefits of BIM can quickly break down, and we fall back into the same miscommunication issues we saw in CAD workflow. This is why BIM projects needs a structured framework. And globally, that framework is ISO 19650. ISO 19650 is the international standard for managing BIM information. It applies to every stage of a BIM project, from design to construction to facility management. The purpose of this standard is to make sure that everyone uses the same process for naming, sharing, and managing BIM data. The biggest benefit is that it keeps all stakeholders aligned. The client defines the information requirement, architect, engineers, and contractor know exactly what to deliver and when. And facility managers receive the right data for ongoing operations. So, in short, ISO 1950 ensures BIM projects run with clarity, consistency, and collaboration. Now, next, I would like to introduce you to the BIM workflow as defined in ISO 9650. This workflow consists of 8 stages, which are uh, assessment, tender, response, appointment, mobilization, production, delivery, and closeout. And these stages guides how information is requested, created, shared, checked, approved, and used throughout the project. Think of it like a roadmap that every BIM project should follow, from the client's first information request all the way to the final asset in handover. At the first glance, you will notice a lot of new terms and keywords that may not be familiar to you. Things like OIR, EIR, BEP, MIDP, TIDP, and of course the CDE. Don't worry if these acronyms look complex right now. In the next few sessions, we will break them down one by one in very simple terms, and I'll show you how each fits into the BIM process. So for now, just remember ISO 1950 provides a step-by-step framework for managing information from the very beginning of a project all the way to delivery and even facility management after construction. But before we dive into the ISO 950 process itself, it's important to understand the key roles it defines. ISO 950 doesn't introduce new roles. It simply gives names to the responsibilities that already exist in most projects. So everyone speaks the same language. So let's first start with the appointing party. They are usually the client or owner who sets the project requirements and decides what information they need. Next comes the lead appointed party, that is the main consultant who manages and coordinates information delivery. Then we have the appointed parties, such as the designers, contractors, or suppliers, who are actually appointed by the lead appointed party. Supporting all of this is the information manager, who makes sure information flows properly inside the project's common data environment. These standardized terms helps align everyone involved, making collaboration and information exchange clearer across all the BIM projects. Now that we have talked about the main roles in the ISO 1950 process, let's see where all this collaboration actually happens. Every BIM project needs one central place to manage and share information. And in ISO 9650, we call it this place as the Common Data Environment, or the CDE. Think of it as the project's digital home where all models, drawings, documents are stored, updated, and shared in an organized way. Instead of sending files around through emails or folders, everyone, the client, architect, engineers, and contractors, work together in this one shared space. The CDE keeps the project information clear, consistent, and connected, making sure everyone is always working with the latest and correct data. In short, the CDE is what keeps the whole BIM process running smoothly. Now, let's talk about the documents that guide the entire ISO 9650 BIM process. These aren't just a bunch of acronyms, so they are the backbone of how information is planned, managed, and delivered in a BIM project. Don't worry if they sound new or a bit overwhelming right now. This is just a quick introduction. We will go through each one of them step by step in the coming slides and see how they connect in real project workflow. For now, just get familiar with their names. So starting with OIR, that is Organizational Information Requirement. Then we have AIR, Asset Information Requirement. The next document is the PIR, or the Project Information Requirement. Then comes the EIR, the Exchange Information Requirement. And then we have the most important BEP, or BIM Execution Plan, which consists of TIDP and MIDP, that is the Task Information Delivery Plan and Master Information Delivery Plan. Now, I know at this point all these new roles, terms, and documents feel a bit overwhelming, and that's completely normal. Actually, you are not alone in this feeling. So I'm going to stop the session here. And in the next session of this series, we will walk through a simple practical scenario that shows how all of this actually come together in a real BIM workflow. We will see how each role and each document plays its part, and step by step, and just as it would be in actual project. To stay updated on the next session, please subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much for watching, and see you then.